So, I'm not really a New Year's revolution. New Year's revolution would be great. I'm not really a New Year's resolution type of guy. I'm just not. I don't really set big goals for myself coming into a new year, like, work out more, or resolutions like, I don't know, stop smelling shirts to see if they're clean or dirty, or what's another resolution? 1600 by 900. I don't know. I don't really do that. And I don't really do a bunch of lists like favorite things from 2017. I like to read them. I appreciate that other people go through that effort so that I can enjoy them. But I don't really do that. However, and I don't do like that because I like to look forward. Let's see what's coming next. But I kind of slacked on the podcast the last few months. I know I haven't been here. So we're going to do a little bit of looking back. We're going to do a little bit of looking forward here on the first show of 2018 for Coast2Coast Pinball. This is episode 240. Let's go. Welcome to Coast2Coast Pinball. My name is Nate Shivers. This is a podcast. It's a commentary. I'm a man out of quarters. How are you? What's going on? So, it's good to be back. We're coming to you not live from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Western Europe, here on a cold, windy Sunday night, January 7th, 2018. I'm going to start writing 2017 on everything tomorrow at the office. I just know it. It's going to be annoying. Happens to me every year. Get it right by April. All will be well. I hope everyone's had a good holiday season. The holidays are officially over for me. I just got back from a 22-day trip, which included a week working in San Diego, some days in Oklahoma, some time in Washington and Oregon, seeing my family, and then Teresa and I decided to skip off to Trinidad and Tobago for a few days where we could see the sunlight before we came back to this dark, cold place that we live in, which we love, the Netherlands, Amsterdam. It's been great. It's awesome. So we've been here well over a year now, and I still don't speak much Dutch. They make it difficult because they speak such good English. It's not me, it's you. So I thank them for that. What's going on? What's happening? I don't know. I have started to do shows a couple times. I've actually taken notes to do shows. I have probably legitimately real emails that I would use for Coast2Coast Pinball that aren't just friends of mine emailing about pinball. Legitimately 85 emails that I have starred in my Gmail box for Coast2Coast Pinball. If you want to email me and get your email starred, you can email the show at coast2coastpinball@gmail.com. I used to say that a lot on this show. Coast2coastpinball@gmail.com. I will star your email if it's good and then not read it on the show, apparently. So someday we'll get to those emails because some of them are good emails and relevant emails, and I appreciate the effort. I'm sorry I'm bad at this. I said it on the previous shows. I'm busy nowadays. Life is strange and tough and fun and filled. Fun-filled. So with that, I think we should start off episode 240 with 5 fast thoughts about 2017, looking back.
5 fast thoughts.
All right, 5 fast thoughts about the year 2017. I'm sorry, I got to organize my tabs in my computer here because just things I'll need to look up because I don't remember everything. Fast thought number 1, 2017. For me, this is about me. It was hard to focus on pinball for me this year. New job, new responsibilities, the move to Europe, move to Amsterdam. It's a big deal, right? That was a lot of it. But I got to tell you, the moment that it became hard for me to focus on pinball, and it kind of hung on a lot of the year, and I don't get political on this show, but I will right now, the morning I woke up and flipped over my phone and saw the results of the election last November. That just, everything got difficult for me to focus. It's weird living in Europe and being an American and still being very tied to what's going on in the United States, because I often wake up to look at news and it's like I'm watching a recap of a TV show called The USA on my phone every morning, and sometimes this year I just shook my head. What is happening? So, needless to say, all these things put together did make it hard for me to focus on pinball at times. I love pinball. I seek out pinball wherever I can. I read about pinball. I do still obsess about pinball, but finding the time not to just record the show in the evenings, but actually do some prep for it and actually have some things to talk about. It was hard to do that this year. So here's to 2018. Fast thought number 2. I miss going to the shows and the tournaments that I was going to in previous years. I really missed that this year. I only went to Pinburg at Replay FX. It's the only show I went to all year. I was sure that I was going to the Dutch Pinball Open. It was on my calendar. I had a hotel booked. I was going. And then the week previous, I was traveling with one of the owners of my company and my boss, and they were traveling in the UK with me, and then I was going to fly home on Friday afternoon. Teresa and I were going to drive down to the Dutch Pinball Open on Saturday morning, and my boss turned to me and said, "Why aren't you going to New York with us for the weekend?" And I was like, I wasn't invited to go to New York, and I ended up going to New York for the weekend to have a celebratory dinner with a client of our company's who was retiring after 50 years, yada, yada, it doesn't matter. And I went to New York City at the last second for the weekend and didn't get to go to the Dutch Pinball Open. So these things just happen. Nothing I can do about it. But I really do miss the shows, and I don't, when I think about that, I don't think of it as like, big tournaments like Papa or Indisc or things like that versus like Texas Pinball Festival or Midwest Gaming Classic. I don't think of them as very different in my mind. It's all the same thing to me, because what I really miss is just hanging out with people that are into pinball and chatting about pinball and just playing pinball and just, I don't know. I miss you guys, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun being able to walk up to tons of different pinball machines, and I don't know. I really miss that. So I'm trying my best. I've got an eye on a few things in 2018 that I'm going to try and get to, so crossing my fingers that they all work out. Fast thought number 3, one of the highlights of my year. I took a trip this year to see a distributor for my company. I don't deal directly with clients anymore so much. We have a sales force that I actually manage, and they deal with the clients, but we didn't have anybody handling the Greek territory this year through some changes we made. So I went to see our distributor in Greece. I traveled to Athens, and then he and I traveled to Thessaloniki, which is a city north of Athens, the north part of Greece. And I stayed an extra day in Thessaloniki. I had a later flight. And I went into a mall in Thessaloniki, and lo and behold, in the far back corner, I could see it, was a Sega GoldenEye pinball machine. And I spent 2 hours playing that game, because I hadn't played pinball in like 3 or 4 weeks at that time. So it was like this beautiful oasis of a machine that I wasn't super familiar with. And I sat there reading, pintips.net and looking things up on Pinside and looking things up on the Internet Pinball Database about the game as I was playing to try and really soak it in. I was going to do a whole show on that game at one point. I had notes, and I don't know what happened. But I really loved that day, where it was just like work was done. I think it was a Friday afternoon, and I was alone in a strange city, and I had amazing food, amazing views. It was hot. This was in the summer. And I played the heck out of GoldenEye and really loved that game, even though I missed that satellite shot about 17,000 times. But that was really a highlight of 2017 for me, just a little gem there. Number 4, fast thought number 4. What a great time to be into the hobby of pinball. What a fantastic time. I wouldn't say this is like the best time ever for pinball, because a lot of people who've been involved in pinball and been, in the hobby or surrounded by or working in pinball for, a long time would probably disagree with me and probably say, no way. There's, only one major company, and then other games are coming out more at a trickle. And there used to be this thriving thing, especially those that probably lived around Chicago and used to go find the games being tested. So I don't know if I'm going to make that argument right now. Maybe. But what I will say is, to be in the hobby of collecting / appreciating / competing in tournaments, or just be involved in the news cycles and maybe buy a game every 2 years. You don't have to buy every game to really be into pinball. I think it's silly that some people think that you have to buy every game. And I get people who tell me like, oh, I'm really not that into it. I only have 2 games. I'm like, dude, you have 2 pinball machines in your house. You brought the roller coaster home. It's amazing. So just, being into pinball. And hey, I have people who say to me like, yeah, I could never afford a pinball machine. No problem. Guess what? They're like $1 to play at the most. You can play pinball for a few quarters, and most of us can find a few quarters and play some pinball. So if that's you on any level, you're into pinball, you own pinball, you collect pinball, you compete in pinball, you just think they're pretty. What a cool time, because there's so much like interaction in the community, and there's so much content, and there's so many people doing things. And I was just sort of like scrolling through like the Pinside list of like all the streamers and the Pinside list of all the podcasts, and just kind of like floating through different pages and looking at people's websites, and just spent some time doing that today. And it's like, man, so much effort and passion pouring out of people in the pinball. It's really amazing. And I think about like Jack Danger and Dead Flip and how like tenacious he is. Tenacious. That to stream the amount of pinball that he has streamed in the past few years is just amazing. It's awesome. I look at Pinside, what it's grown to, and bad with the good. There's the dark side. There's some people who spoil the playground, but there's a lot of good there too, and there's a lot of information. It's almost so busy now and so big nowadays that I find it overwhelming. I have a tough time on Pinside sometimes because there's just so many people and so much being posted. Some of it's better than others, but there's a lot of people. So 4,000 people have logged into Pinside in the last 24 hours, just looking at it right now. So I think that's amazing. Kaneda, still talking. Hey, look at that. He's there. One of the most interesting takes on the hobby, for sure. Jeff and Pinball Profile. I mean, really, really high-quality stuff there. I saw that his 100th episode was just released with Roger Sharp. Can't wait to listen to that. It's fantastic that there's places for some of the real legends of pinball to tell their stories and be heard out there, and I don't know, and just be appreciated. I think that's awesome. The guys from Brody and Pinball, amazing energy. They've done some good stuff this year. I appreciate their kind of multimedia approach to it. It's been great. I think that Jonathan Houston's, Pinball Magazine monthly updates, content for the show. Thank you, sir. Jeff at This Week in Pinball, also content for the show. Really high quality, writing and text form coverage of pinball still happening out there, and obviously Martin at Pinball News and people that I really appreciate conglomerating things. So sometimes when I'm just trying to catch up, I can go find that and read that. So there's so much more. There's so much out there if you want to watch people play different games or listen to people talk about their local scenes and the national scene and playing. And if I don't mention a show and you're listening to this and you do a show, it's not that I don't care. It's just that I can't remember. There's so much, which is I think amazing that we're here saying that there's so many shows and streams and whatnot that can't even remember who they are. So that was not a fast thought. That was a long thought, and I can do that because it's my show. Fast thought number 5. The IFPA capped off another really amazing year of success and growth in the promotion of pinball as a sport, as a competitive game, whatever you want to call it. A lot of effort goes into the IFPA from the staff over there. I saw the year-end awards came out. I want to congratulate Trent Augenstein. He is the IFPA 2017 Player of the Year. He moved himself up 6 spots in the rankings. That's hard to do when you get up into that upper echelon. He was multiple times, I think 2-time Player of the Month. He won 30 of the 96 tournaments he played in this year. Finished top 4 in over half of them. He won the Louisville Arcade Expo tournament. He won the 24-hour battle at the Sanctum, the Ohio Pinball Show, the Outer Banks Fall Pinball Bash, Cactus Jack Silver Ball Showdown, Bat City Open, and Main Street Mayhem 2. That's a ridiculous career for a lot of people, and Trent did all that in 1 year. That's fantastic. Let's not forget he also, I believe, finished 4th at Papa 20 in the A division. So heck of a year. Hats off to Trent, Player of the Year 2017. And then the player who finished at the number 1 spot, so at the end of 2017, he's been crowned the world's greatest pinball player. You know him, you love him, laying across 2 pinball machines, trophies, fedora, muscles, Zach Sharp of Stern Pinball, world's greatest pinball player for 2017. So that's fantastic. He had a big year because I think he, won the Papa Circuit Final. That's a big one. Finished top 3 in all of the Classics divisions at Papa 20. He won one of them. Some second places in there. Really great year. And probably much more importantly, making a big difference at Stern Pinball. Really, really love what he's doing with Stern of the Union updates. I think that's a great positive way to start getting the information flowing from his end at Stern Pinball. Been glad to see that. And congrats to both you guys, and congrats to the IFPA. You know, they've got big things coming up. They've got the Stern Pro Circuit has been announced. You can see where those are taking place. I think those start awfully soon because the first one on the schedule is It Never Drains in Southern California, which is next weekend. That's awesome. They're doing the State Championship Series again, of course. Probably be the biggest year of that. And then also the Heads Up Pinball Championship in the Chicagoland area in March is also happening. So lots going on. Check out ifpapinball.com. All of that's there, and you can see where you rank. I'm sure you rank ahead of me. That's all good. So there's 5 fast-ish thoughts about 2017.
Trip reports.
So I spent some time with both Guardians of the Galaxy and Star Wars Pro out on location over the past month. I checked into my old stomping grounds in San Diego, California, in the Point Loma area, if you're in town, the Harbortown Pub, where Mark has doubled the size of the pinball offerings there. They've expanded the room. There's 8 games now. It's awesome. I went in the middle of the day, in the middle of afternoon before my flight out, and I don't know, it just had a really good time. It was empty. I got to play everything as much as I wanted. I like that. It was my first time I'd had my hands on Guardians of the Galaxy, and really the first time I'd had any, serious alone time with Star Wars. And I got to say, I really enjoyed both games. Maybe I'm a little bit starved for as much pinball as I used to be, but I had a great time with both games. I think they're very different. I think Star Wars is an interesting situation because you have a game with an IP or a theme that people are just so close to and hold so dear to them in Star Wars that I think it's really hard to do anything with a game that would really meet everybody's expectations. And the way they chose to go, the design team at Stern on Star Wars, was really this more open field, fast playing game. Integration of the screen comes in with the video clips. Thought that's done pretty well. I know the rules have been evolving. There's a lot of stuff I don't fully understand about the game yet. I haven't gotten to dig in, but just as a walk up to the game, put in my money, play the game, I enjoyed it. I had some fun with it. I don't think that's an all-time classic game by any means. I think that I think it's probably best that it had that theme. I think if that was a different branded game, it would be a tougher sell. But the Star Wars theme and the assets that are available to them building Star Wars makes that work. The sound was pretty good. I liked some of the modes a lot, like the lightsaber battle. That's cool. It's a great use of what's going on in the property that you're building a game off of. You're really, really tying things. It's not just collect these 5 things and go. It's the idea that you're in a battle with 2 lightsabers against each other by hitting certain shots. I think that's cool. I like it. Didn't blow me away. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the best pinball machine I've ever played. But also, for those that are saying there's nothing to it and it's not good, I disagree. I think it's a great pinball machine. I do. I'm all for it. I love the way Stern's using the screens. I think they look good. I think they'll get better. I think in 2 or 3 years, we're probably going to look back and look at Batman 66 and look at Star Wars and maybe even Guardians and say, oh man, look, they were pretty archaic, back 3 years ago. It sure does age a DMD machine. When you got a DMD machine sitting right there next to it, it's a progression. It's an evolution, I don't know that it's a revolution in pinball. I think it's an evolution, which is good. So Star Wars is okay. Guardians of the Galaxy, really like it. I've been calling John Borg the MVP for a while. I think that is a well-designed game. Lots of shots, lots of places to shoot the ball, lots of angles to take. The rules I know are getting there. But I think the way it sits now, there's lots to do. You've got multiple multi-balls, which is great for the casual fan. Like Teresa liked it. She'll be on in a little bit. She was able to get to 2 different multi-balls, and I think the second game she played on it, which for someone who doesn't play a lot of pinball, that's huge. That is how you make a game work on location. You have that Gary Stern has said it a million times, and he's right. Easy to learn, hard to master, and I think they've definitely got some of that. happening on Guardians. The colors look good. The art package is solid. You know, I'm not I like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Like, they're fun. They're fun movies, and I think it's a fun pinball machine. I think it'll get better as they dial that code in. I need to spend more time to really dive in to see where that code is at and what's going on with the rule set. But as far as just, playing 9 or 10 games on it, I don't know. I like it. I like what I see. Teresa and I also got together when we were in Bremerton, Washington, state of Washington, near Seattle, where my grandparents live, and we went and played some pinball. I'm totally forgetting the name of the place where we went and played. Quarters, called Quarters Arcade in Bremerton, Washington. We had like 2 free hours where we weren't with family and we weren't headed to the airport, and we snuck down to Quarters, and we played both Guardians and Star Wars, and that was nice, clean little arcade. I think that's like the new modern look of an arcade. Redemption machines and pinball. I liked it. Not much of a trip report other than that. We literally just played those 2 games. There's a Star Trek in there too, and I think a couple other games. I'm kind of blanking on what they were, but Spider-Man maybe. But had some good time in there. Really enjoyed getting to play with Teresa, going back and forth, and she was definitely drawn to Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm sure she'll discuss with us later. So I don't know. To me, on the 2 later releases by Stern this year, Stern had a pretty full year. Started the year early with Aerosmith. We had an AC/DC Vault Edition released. I love that game. And then Star Wars and Guardians of the Galaxy. That is a solid 2017 for Stern. I think that's probably one of their strongest years, and if you take the whole total of the year. So good for them. I don't know, just kind of looking at my notes of 2017, looking at what's going on. Pirates of the Caribbean. I know Jersey Jack is going to ship some test machines around the world. I had someone reach out to me seeing if I wanted to go to play one of them in the UK coming up. I don't know if I can make it happen, but I can't wait to play that game. It's obviously beautiful, and obviously got a lot going for them there, and I hope I get to play it soon. I still haven't played a Total Nuclear Annihilation. I look forward to doing so. It's one of the reasons I am just doing everything I can to go to the Texas Pinball Festival. I am really trying to finagle a work week in San Diego the week after Texas, so I could possibly hit Texas on the way out, go do some work in California, and then maybe squeeze in a little stop in Chicago on the way back for the IFPA Heads Up Pinball Championship. Donate my money to that. Let somebody beat me there. That would be a lot of fun. That's what's in my mind right now, trying to make that happen. TPF is obviously, I think, become one of the marquee shows, not just in size and scope of how big that show is, but the pull of the pinball celebrity, if you will. They've got a lot of people who'll be there. I know you've got game announcements. You've got Spooky going to show off some of the Alice Cooper's Nightmare Castle game. Chicago Gaming is going to be announcing their next remake. What's it going to be? Do we know? Some of us know. Some of you know, maybe. And then probably some other fun surprises happening there. A lot of good speakers. I know Dennis Nordman will be there. I know John Borg's going to be there. Dirty Donnie, Mark Ritchie, and more and more and more. So March 16th through the 18th at the Embassy Suites in Frisco, Texas. One of the best weekends you'll have all year long if you can make it out there. I promise you that. And they don't pay me to say this, I swear. So, yeah. I don't know. I just wrote some notes down about what's going on. You are much appreciated for checking out Coast to Coast Pinball. I appreciate you being here. Let's listen to some pinball music, shall we?
Check the email.
I only want to touch on this subject in the mailbag section. I'm not going to actually read any specific emails, but I have like 7 emails that all concern American Pinball and Houdini and why I haven't talked about it or what my thoughts are on it, or could you please mention it, or et cetera, et cetera. What do you think? So I did want to sort of, I actually want to point you, friendly listeners, if you're interested in really diving into some interesting stuff about Houdini from American Pinball, is go to thisweekinpinball.com and find the interview that This Week in Pinball conducted last month with Joe Balser, the designer of Houdini. It's interesting. It's an interesting story where it kind of peels back the curtain a little bit into, him leaving Jersey Jack, him designing Houdini, some of the thoughts they had on how to build the game. They're actually shipping games, apparently, is the news I'm getting. And I hope to see one, Texas, hopefully. It looks good. I think there's test machine out in the field. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about it, but it's a really interesting interview, and it kind of leads me to another topic. I just brought this email because I wanted to pivot to this, because I've been getting emails lately about a few other companies, from either directly from the company or from people who are fans, quote, of the company, who want me to talk about a project or this or that. Or, I've had this has happened for years, and sometimes I did it. Sometimes I went right into it, and, here's Andrew Highway telling us he's going to build 20,000 games a year, or whatever that number, 15,000 games a year, whatever, on my show. And it's like, okay, good luck with that. And it puts me in a funny spot sometimes, because I have also then later been asked if I feel guilty about promoting these projects that don't ever come through, as if I was a commercial for them. And really, look, nobody pays this show to do anything. I just talk about what's going on. But I have had a real trouble myself wanting to dive in with some of the upstart companies in the past year or year and a half. Some of them I've just completely shied away from, because I don't think they have a good business plan, and I question whether or not they'll ever be able to produce anything, because I don't know if you know this, but newsflash 2018, building pinball machines is hard. And it's tough to get real excited when you've seen some of these completely failed, botched projects happen, or just these extended, long cycle, Kickstarter gone wrong style issues where people are sending in their money because they're really into a theme or a layout or a look or a design or a certain designer, a person, or anything. It's hard for me to get really excited on a podcast that I know thousands and thousands of people download and listen to, and I don't know how seriously, if I say, hey, this looks really cool, if you get excited and you're a collector and you're like, it's not my fault, it's your fault, but I still feel like, man, I don't want to talk about some of these games because I don't believe in it yet. Not like I don't believe in the people necessarily as people, or I don't believe in the spirit of it all. Good luck. I hope you bring a game out. But at some point, the pre-order thing and the, hey, we're going to build a machine from scratch starting today, send us money, or, man, I don't want to do that. I'm not interested. So I guess that's my blanket statement to a lot of the companies that have wanted to come on and talk about what they're doing, or wanted to get me to interview so and so. I don't really want to give you the forum, to be quite honest. I would rather you bring a product out. Be the P3 machine. Do that. Go to show after show and bring your prototypes everywhere, and kick and scratch and fight to build machines, and then start shipping machines. And it's like, okay, there we go. Because for every P3 that we see, somebody who actually can get there, there's these things like Predator, and there's these things like, and hey, I really like the guys at Dutch Pinball, really like them, but man, it's a mess. And those things make me want to pause and just wait till somebody with a really solid business plan, with a really solid way to produce a product, is actually at that point of, here's a game, here is a game, before I go get really excited about it and start talking about it on this show or whatnot. Now, speculation's fine, mentioning it here and there, we'll always do that. I'm not going to bury my head in the sand, but as far as bringing people on and doing the whole thing, I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. So, anyway, we need to get to this mailbag in depth, because there's so much more to talk about. There's lots going on, and I thank you for the emails, and we'll do that in the future, I promise. Hey, look, it's Teresa.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm jet lagged and
welcome to 2018.
Thank you. You kind of scared me just now.
I scared you by welcoming you to the year.
Arm gesture and loudness.
Arm gesture. Can't see arm gestures on a podcast. What's going on?
I'm getting ready to start back to work tomorrow.
We gotta go back to work tomorrow.
I know.
This vacation is over.
Yeah, super over. It's like, I've got my backpack ready and bike tires aired up and train card.
Because you ride your bike to work.
Yes. Well, I ride
train.
my bike to the train station.
Because we're all Dutch-like. And
yes.
stuff.
And then I ride a second bike to school. So I got my gloves and my hat, my coat. I'm ready. I just need to actually sleep tonight, which I slept for 13 hours last night. For those of you who have experienced jet lag, you know how wonderful that is. But now I'm worried about tonight. So, yeah, that's what's up with me. You're just staring at me like I'm crazy.
I just wondered how long you'd talk if I just stared at you.
You did give me a long leash there.
So I caught you before you're going to bed, so we can't call this Getting in Bed with Teresa.
No, I thought of a new name. Remember? Teresa's Take.
Teresa's, that's very original. That's,
Is it?
Teresa's Take.
Is it not? Is there stuff other?
No, it's fine.
No.
It's okay.
Talk to me. What's happening?
No,
I feel like I don't understand what's going on.
No, that's actually the best name.
Who uses Take? Somebody on a podcast uses that.
Teresa does.
Tell me right now.
No.
Nate?
Why are you so paranoid? It's
because
fine.
you looked at me all crazy.
It's all right.
I don't have to use that name.
No, it's fine.
I don't like this.
I'm just messing with you.
Does someone else use that, though?
Nobody else named Teresa does a pinball podcast.
But who else uses the word Take?
That I know of.
Talk to me.
No, Teresa, I was messing with you.
Okay, for real.
Welcome to my life.
Okay, you don't see the face that he made when I said that?
Meter spikes. Look at your meter spikes. That's what my life is right there. A bunch of meter spikes throughout the day.
Because you make these faces.
I was making fun of you earlier for what did I do? I walked in the doorway and you're like, Rah!
He makes random, out of nowhere, very loud noises, and I don't deal well with them.
I don't deal well with them, she says.
I really don't. It makes me feel weird.
The loud noises make you feel weird?
It makes my tummy feel a little bit hurty, and it makes me feel
Dude,
flustered.
we used to play in a punk rock band together.
Yeah, I knew what was happening then.
We did a whole set of Misfits covers one Halloween.
Yeah, it's not just random out of nowhere. It's not silent, and then someone yells at me. That's not what I was
we did Bad Religion. We didn't do Misfits.
We did it without you one year.
Oh,
for Halloween, we were Misfits. We all had Misfits face paint.
Yeah.
At Red 7.
That's where we did the Bad Religion one, too.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas.
That's right.
Okay,
Teresa's take on... What are you
2017. Go.
Oh, okay. We had an entire year in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Which is super weird. Mm-hmm. I started a new teaching job.
Got that.
At an international school. Oh, does everyone already know that?
No, I don't know. I know that.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't worry about everyone. Just talk to me.
Okay. Summer was really nice here.
How about 2017 in the world of, I don't know,
Oh,
pinball.
You didn't say that.
Well, the show's called Coast2Coast Pinball.
Did Star
Silly
Wars
for
come
me.
out? The Star Wars came out.
Oh, we played it.
Yes, we played it, but did that come out in 2017?
It did.
And Guardians of the Galaxy.
We played that also.
And what was that one down at the Pinball Museum in Rotterdam? The cell phone
dialed
thing.
in.
Was that 2017?
That was, I believe it. Yeah.
And I didn't completely understand it, but I liked it, and it looked cool.
It looked really cool.
And I don't know what else came out.
What did you enjoy?
Guardians of the Galaxy is really fun.
Did it feel like Metallica to you a little bit?
Well, I mean, it has that center shot. So that makes me love it. I mean, hello, Attack from Mars and Tron. What do I like the best in a pinball machine?
Blue paint. No, the center shot.
Yeah, I was like...
Clear ramps.
I was like, wait, there's no blue paint on Attack from Mars. I do. I'm so good at it, aren't I? You even admitted it when we were playing.
Yeah, remember that one time you were at, I don't know, a lot more than me, and then I came back and
beat me, and it was horrible.
Yeah, that's
I went and played some child's game to get more tickets.
I hate when you walk away while I'm playing.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's just it's disrespectful of my amazing skills.
Oh, I thought you meant because you love me and you want me
that's
to
what I meant. I meant because I love you and I miss you when you walk off.
I felt bad for you just for a second. I thought it was sweet just for a second.
Just for a second.
And you ruined
sweet
it.
like this Diet Coke.
Is that like
artificial.
Your fifth caffeinated beverage
today? Leave me alone.
Today?
I'm tired. I'm jet lagged. Leave me alone.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was completely awesome. I loved it. I loved it.
What'd you like about it?
I liked how when you start, you get to pick one of the characters to play their mode.
Yeah.
I liked
You like to be the raccoon, right? The trash panda?
Well, because Rocket Raccoon is ridiculously precious, and I want one.
You can't have a raccoon, Teresa.
I know. Anyway, it's so good, it made me want to watch the movie for like a 5th or 6th time, which I did on the flight
I was gonna
home.
say, it was on the flight.
I watched it.
I wouldn't know because you weren't sitting next to me.
No, time out. I will tell the world of pinball. Nate is like, he flies all of the time. So he gets upgrades that he doesn't have to pay for. So he gets to go up to the fancy pants area of the plane. And then he'll bring back like his little stop kit that they give you.
Sweet
overnight bag. And it's like the lay down seats. And super fancy.
Yep.
Well, we only got one of us upgraded and he let me do it.
Yeah.
He let me go up there. And I actually, like, halfway through the flight had anxiety. So I was like, oh my gosh, what if the plane starts to go down? I just want to be with Nate. I want to be holding his hand and telling him I love him and, like, be with him. And I won't be able to get to him. You should have been
asleep in that lie flat seat is what you should have been doing.
Well, that's the sad part. Like, I stood up to go and find him because he was just in the little section right behind me with the extra leg room. And, he was like mask on his face, looked like he was completely out. Your mouth was open and everything.
I might have been out
you
at
were
that
like,
point.
But so I was gonna go like tell him I love you. I feel weird not being next to you. Blah blah blah. But he was asleep, and I am in this fancy lay down seat, and I had such a hard time because I can't sleep on planes. I don't know what it is. It's bad.
Well,
But I had really good mint chocolate chip ice cream that wasn't green.
That's good.
They didn't put the green in. I like that.
Oh.
I don't want the green food coloring.
That's okay.
Okay, time out. You're asking me about pinball, though.
I am.
So, Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, I do have one thing also that I wanted to mention. Like, I love all the things that you choose as a character, and you have to make certain shots. And I like the Groot in the middle.
Groot?
Oh, Groot. Sorry.
Groot?
I read it as Dutch.
Did you just call it Groot?
I read it as Dutch because I was reading it.
Teresa.
I am Groot. Sorry. In Dutch, double O says O. That was super weird, Nate.
You're so Dutch.
No, I'm really not.
You're so Dutch. Say something in Dutch for us.
Ik spreek een beetje Nederlands.
What? I know.
You know what that means. Okay, here we go. Wij wonen in Amsterdam. Ik woon met mijn man.
Spreekt u Engels?
That's Nate. Spreekt u Engels. He always says it wrong. I had to make sure he knew how to say that.
Ik probeer
te leren.
Yeah.
Leren.
That's a lie,
Anyway.
but that's okay.
So,
right.
Okay. They have, the different characters. And they have...
Groot's up there.
Right. They have Gamora's sister, Nebula, the blue one.
Yep.
Who's, mean.
Yep. The hot blue one.
Uh-huh. The bald, hot blue one? Sure.
No. I meant, hot blue as a color.
Whatever.
Why do you gotta go there?
I feel like instead of having the Drax dude, they should have had Yondu, the Ravager dude with the arrow. I feel like he should have gotten to be on the machine, not Drax. Oh, no, Drax is...
Drax is on there. Batista, man.
Okay, no, then not him. There was somebody... Nebula. I didn't think Nebula should be on there. I thought that instead of the sister, they should have had...
Which one's Nebula?
The blue sister!
Oh, the hot blue one.
Yes, you're distracting me by rolling the thing back and forth.
Who's the hot green one?
Gamora.
What's her name in real life?
Oh. I can't think of it
She's
right
attractive,
now.
right?
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's the one from...
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
No.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Avatar.
Oh, I don't like that movie at all.
I love it, but she's also in it, and she's in Columbiana.
Okay, didn't see it.
Oh, it's cool. She's a badass chick who killed everybody for hurting her dad or killing her dad. It's like a Rambo movie,
right,
but
a
chick. Yeah, she's great. What's her name? Can you look it up on your
Nope,
computer?
no Google.
Okay, anyway, so I loved it. I also would get a little annoyed, though, when I'd be, in the middle of doing really good, they'd start playing Cherry Bomb from the soundtrack. Mm-hmm. But then if you, mess something up, the song just, or if you start a different mode, it stops. And it's no, I want music to, play the whole time. So they have this whole amazing soundtrack.
I think they added 2 more songs since we played that game.
Okay,
they added
I just felt
Jackson 5 ABC, maybe?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'll probably have real news in some other segment in the show,
anyway,
but not this one, clearly.
They could have utilized the soundtrack more. Because it's such a good soundtrack.
Licensing, babe. Licensing is hard to do. You got to pay for that. It costs money.
I think it looks pretty.
I think it looks really good.
I could tell what my shots were as a person who's not really good. I like it that it's really, really clear.
I think you're great.
Shoot over here.
I think you're amazing.
Thanks, VP.
Not necessarily at pinball, but at other stuff. Okay, we played Star Wars too. Here's a bad photo of Star Wars for you to look at. Sorry.
I like Star Wars. I mean,
the screen integration's good, right?
The screen was great.
R2-D2 bleep, 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 bleep.
Dude, I love Star Wars, so...
Did you like my Star Wars impression? My R2-D2
it was very good. Beep, boop, beep, boop.
Oh, there you go.
That was good.
Beep, boop, beep, boop.
That was actually really good.
I'll get there.
Okay, I'm trying to finish the sentence. Okay, I like the music. It's like, okay, here, it's like a good, solid pinball game.
All pinball's good pinball.
There, okay. But it's not like,
Didn't blow you away?
it's not amazing, but it's good.
Okay.
It's fun.
It's okay.
I have to say that, like, the shooting the ramps and stuff on Guardians of the Galaxy, because they were literally right next to each other, was, like, way more fun.
I think that right ramp on Guardians is hard. I kept
You had
missing
such
it.
a hard
I was
time.
not doing
I
well
didn't
with
have that hard of a time with it.
I'm bad at that.
And I like, what's this little thing where it went, whoop, like a little...
Little side in lane thingy.
I like that.
Little extreme left shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much like the crank it up lane in
Yes.
Metallica. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It is a lot.
It's
like
a lot
Metallica.
like
Is it the same
Metallica.
designer?
It is the same designer.
Oh, well, if you find something that works. don't mess it
MVP
up.
pinball designer, John Borg.
Oh, yeah, he's super famous.
Well, they're all
Who designed Star Wars?
That would be legendary Steve Ritchie.
Oh, super duper famous.
Super duper famous.
Okay, so, you know what I did think?
What'd
the
you
back
think?
glass. What is
The
that
back
called?
glass,
Yes,
yeah.
I thought that it looked really great.
I think I
so I was
like-
like, is it
I
going to be
like
like
the art
cheesy
package.
pictures? No, it looked really, really good.
They're getting there. I think we've stepped past.
Game of Thrones terribleness.
Yeah.
Those pictures are terrifyingly bad. Like, I freaking love that game, and I would
You
love
do
for you
love
to
that
even
game, and you
own
didn't
it.
like the art at all, but you
The
ended up
art
loving
is
that game.
terrible.
I like
but that
a
game
lot,
is
too.
awesome.
I like that game a lot too.
And you had an amazing game at that place over in Investor Park.
Oh, that
We
yeah.
even took a
that, like,
picture.
it was, and you know what? I know that people listen to this that score way higher than me, but it was a couple billion, and that does make me happy. And I
that
did
would
get
make me
three-handed
like.
king, and yeah.
Well, I would post that as my Facebook picture.
No. I have too
would.
many good pinball players as friends. Laugh at that. Oh, cute! He broke $1 billion. Look at him. No.
Well, I thought it was wonderful, and it took forever. I think I went and got a soda
That's
and
all
came
right.
back and
It
watched
happens.
some more. So
Well,
both are good.
Good.
I like Guardians of the Galaxy better,
Yep.
but they're both good. Like, neither of them are like, oh man, that sucks, which is good.
You gotta quit saying good. I just listened to like 15 hours of podcasts where
Which is nice.
Where the one person who kept also saying over and over, this one person, she literally said, "This is a good game. This
They're-
game is really
they're
good.
low.
It's very good.
They're low.
Good." Over and over and over.
I used
But
the
digress.
Dutch word.
Okay. Well, looking towards 2018, do you have any thoughts, Teresa, before we go?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm excited about traveling.
We're gonna travel. We're looking for pinball machines all over the world.
We do actually look everywhere we go.
Totally.
We even
we
looked
thought
in
we might have
Trinidad
found some in
and Tobago.
Trinidad.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of video games.
Yeah, we went to a mall in Trinity City and we're like, okay, there's an arcade.
And they
There
just, it
was
was like
but
raw thrills
Josh
everywhere I
Sharp's
looked.
games, did you
raw
talk
thrills,
about that?
Raw thrills. You've been here the whole podcast so
No,
far.
but, oh, you haven't done any before me.
No, I'm going to put this in at the end, but it's
But,
the first
like-
thing we've recorded.
Okay,
'Cause I'm
but
trying
like,
to let you go to bed.
will you talk about it?
Now I will. Clearly, hold on. Let me add that to the notes.
It's
Raw
super
Thrills takes over
exciting.
Trinidad.
No, Nate was so happy he took pictures for you.
I
Josh.
always send pictures of Josh's games to Josh.
He was very happy. So, I hope everyone has a peaceful and, I hope everyone achieves personal growth in 2018.
Personal growth is good.
We should all want that every year, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I'm
I
trying to
hope
lose
that-
weight personally. But,
Oh my goodness.
oh, that's not what you mean.
You know what I mean. I hope
should
that
probably
if
also
you
work on
set
my
a
comedy.
goal, I hope you meet that goal or get closer to it.
You don't mean me. You mean listeners, right?
listeners.
Okay, good.
You too, though.
Ah,
And I hope that everyone gives and receives a ton of love, since that's the most powerful thing in the
that
universe.
was so wholesome.
Babe, it's true.
Absolutely.
Love is all we need.
High five from across the room.
High five, I love you.
I love
Bye,
you too.
everybody.
Bye, Teresa. Hey, everybody. That is the show. That is episode 240 of Coast to Coast Pinball. Man, here we go. It's a new year. Let's have a good one. So, Trent Augustine, you're a champ. Will Osprey, you're a champ. Everyone named Rick, you're a champ. Teresa, I love you. You're a champ. You listening, you're a champ. 2018, please be a champ. Until next time, take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and play some more pinball. Later.